Hello again, Struck. Welcome back to another day of streaming. Today I will be kind of continuing where I left off yesterday, doing some farming, grinding, some Fazier's dungeon and stuff. I can also share with you my impressions of Act 1 after playing with the Bane Summoner Sharpshooter on the test realm. I only did Act 1 because, well, I didn't have much time. I wanted to do some streaming, so I switched back on this server. But there are, of course, still some things that they need to iron out, fix, and get improved. But it feels nice. It definitely feels nice. And when you're playing with a summoner setup with the Bane, you would have really a lot of summons, a lot of different types of summons. Mostly spiders, mostly spiders on top of your own, but it's definitely a fun one, fun relic to use. I didn't go for the attack version of it, because the Bane would also have an attack version skill, like it used to before, so it's returning. But yeah, without revealing too much, I can still say it's definitely been a good experience doing that first act with the Bane on a sharpshooter with a full summoner setup. Now, the way I see things, I would need at least 30 or 33 skill points at best, only in the Bane. That means I would have like 27 to 30 skill points on the other skills to work with on a sharpshooter summoner build, and I think that's gonna be enough. I think on a sharpshooter summoner build I wouldn't need more than maxed out Goblin Legion, which can be done with, as we know, 8 points, and another 8 points into Shasta, and that's 16, and that still leaves me with another 14 points roughly to work with, which I can put into things like maybe some targeted strikes, maybe some reward for damage to targeted strikes, or maybe even things like Rizi for extra summons. Definitely seeing some possibilities there in that other build. So let's go to my fort and do some endgame now. But yeah, feel free to ask me certain things about my experience with the new build, with the new relic. They haven't enabled the cheat NPCs yet on the test realm, so I can't use them to boost myself to level 46. That's why we're leveling manually. That's why I have to do the story until they enable this. But Act 1 has been fun. I've been playing on the easiest difficulty. I would admit that. I did play on the easiest difficulty with my hero there, because I just wanted to make the story quicker. But again, there's a lot of summons you can stack, and I like how quickly I recharge my relic energy. The relic energy seems to get recharged pretty quickly, especially if you're fighting, and that's without even investing into the skills that would allow you to refill it by using certain basic attacks and stuff like that. Without those skills, it still felt great. So yeah, I'm gonna try and not be specific and not review much, but definitely I definitely think a lot of people would enjoy it the way it is right now. And hi Darek, welcome back to you. I'm not sure how much spiders I can get, but I think you can get 20 plus spiders. Maybe more. You can get a ton of spiderlings with the Bane, with the right skill allocation. I will be pushing it to the limits eventually. After my stream today, I would play on the test realm for a few hours, maybe do Act 2. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about when it comes to the relics. And I've only played with one of the relics, so I can't wait to to get to experiment with all the other relics. I'm probably gonna wait for them to fix the cheat NPCs on the test realm, so I can boost myself a hero with each relic. Oh no, I didn't even see this. Where did the damage come from? I didn't see anything. I guess I need to warm up with Mapworks before moving on to Fuzziers, but I've already warmed up, I guess, with this was of progress.
What will it be? Oh, look at the chooser.
Which one do I do? I wanna do this one. Yeah, there's gonna be nice stuff. There's gonna be nice ways to make your spider stronger, to make your spiders do certain things. And as I said, there's different types of spiders from different skills with the Bane. So it's gonna be fun. Oh, and they've added an option. We've been asking for an option to not have any map at all. To not have the minimap here, and to not have the overlay. An option without the minimap, cleaner HUD. And they actually decided to add that. I remember a month ago or a few weeks ago someone in the private group was asking for something like that. And they have added it, which is pretty nice. Still don't know if on my Bane Summoner I would need all the skill slots. But it's nice to know we've got those skill slots if we need them. Most likely I wouldn't need them because I wouldn't have that many skills leveled up. Due to leveling passives rather than actives. And the nice thing is that certain summoning skills that don't cost full 100 energy, you can cast more than once before you lose the energy, and that means you can get their effects multiple times when you fill up your relic energy. What's my quest? 40 spiders in this map that barely spawned any so far. Alright. Just hope that there really are 40 spiders in this one. Any spiders here? No spiders at all here. Oh, never mind, there's one. Oh, and there's more, okay. They're just slow to join the party. No. No. Too much stunts and damage from everywhere. The spider hiding there. Wait, is the shaman reviving the spiders, or is it the spiders coming out of nowhere? If it was reviving the spiders and every spider that gets revived counts for the total quest, I wouldn't have minded letting him revive them a few times. Come on, come on. Okay, what's left? 10 more spiders. We probably can find more spiders in the middle of the map. I know that they like spawning here. Would that be enough? I think that's gonna be more than enough. No, I don't have HP. Good. I don't have potions either. Thankfully, Luminous Run can help a little bit when it comes to HP. Alright, let's go turn in. I mean, not turn in and kill the boss, I mean. And James Carvalho is here. What did you focus on the relic, please? Are you talking about this relic or about my comment earlier when I was talking about my playthrough with the Bane Summoner on the new update on the test realm? For this relic, I focused my skill points 20 points here, 20 points here, and 10 points here. So I think I first got the cooldown, then I got the damage, then I got the chance, then I got this. Eventually got this one. You can get 5 points in this one after getting those 20, and then get those 20 and then get the other points here if you want. I mean, that's just my own way of doing it, but everyone might have their kind of different way of spending the last few points. No. I don't have potions now. Okay, now I do have one. That was the perfect time for the game to drop me a potion. Okay, my game sound was not high enough. I mean, all of my sound was not high enough, so hopefully you're hearing better now. It was at 6 or 8%, now it's at 10%, so it should be better.
Your inventory is full.
But yeah, the new relic update is pretty fun. I can tell you it's pretty fun, and having 60 points to spend really makes you think hard. It really makes you think hard how does one want to spend those points. And as I said, for a summoner build, most people would probably want to spend at least 30 or even 33 points just in the Bane relic. I mean, you can get away by removing 5 points of those for the relic energy regeneration and maybe get it down to 25 or 28. But that's still close to half of your skill points just into the relic skill tree. And I think when it comes to summoners, it's probably the sharpshooter being the better between us, between sharpshooter and dusk mage, because for dusk mage, regardless what build you get, you have to balance dark and white skills. You have to get at least one light skill even for dark skill builds, because that's how they've made the mechanic, using certain skills to build the other buff bar. So with that specific mechanic in place, I do think that a summoner build would probably be better on with the Bane on a sharpshooter, especially knowing that the Rifle of Leadership gives you ranged goblins, ranged summons, and that the sharpshooter also has a taunting pet. The mage first doesn't have ranged pets, second doesn't have taunting pets. By pets I mean minions, summons. You can still get ranged summons from Bane. On a mage, but it's not the same as having something that gives you ranged goblins that shoot like you can on the sharpshooter. And I don't feel the need to be speccing into the basic attack relic related skills. I was thinking I might need to do it, but I think the relic energy goes up pretty quickly as long as you're fighting. If you're not fighting, it's a bit slower, but it still goes up eventually over time. Right, this map I'm gonna be extra careful. I'm gonna have to be extra careful with this map. Wow, did you see how far those charged at me from? Definitely another case of enemies charging from outside of the visible screen area.
Your health is low.
See. What's my quest? Just spiders. I love just spiders quests. I wanna test something. I wanna test going all the way to the end and then just killing backwards. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Go all the way to the end and start killing the last remaining enemies here. Oh, now there's a unique enemy right at the entrance. Interesting. This guy keeps teleporting in. And again that bug with Luminous Run when it doesn't want to activate. Even though I've got charges left. The same bug as yesterday.
You're badly hurt.
And of course the same bug again. This bug is the most annoying thing ever. You're relying on a certain skill to help you escape danger, And in fact the skill makes things even harder for you, because when you press it you're losing time, and then you end up dying because the skill doesn't get used. That's such a bad bug. It would have been fine if it was a bug for a damage skill, but when the bug is on your escape mechanic skill, on the most important skill for a hero, the one that lets you survive and heals you, and makes you move past, phase through enemies, that kind of, yeah, ends up being very annoying. And now we're back another level behind. Alright, hopefully this is a quicker one.
It's a trap.
You just gotta kill some more of the mini goblins. I'm not gonna kill the big goblins, just the small ones. Get those pancakes and then just rush the boss.
Your life is slipping away.
Halfway there. Let's collect some potions. Oh, this one, I mean this one. Come on. Drop those pancakes. Well, they barely took damage, really. Well, I still am not a fan of how every monster has 40% chance to benefit from that map modifier, instead of them making it only elites having 100% chance to benefit from the modifier versus every single monster to have 40. I think it would be much better if those map modifiers only apply to the elites, but to every single elite. Because with 40% chance for every monster on the map to get that modifier, there's gonna be a ton of enemies with it. And things like this would happen. Look at how many fields they're spawning on the ground. They're just forcing the player into so this whole mode can be summed up with one word in a nutshell: kiting. This whole Fazir's dungeon experience in a nutshell is just kiting, with more kiting and even more kiting. Unless you're using something like an electrode train build. But electrode train build could be summed up with disconnecting every now and then. But I wanna see how strong an electrode train build will be after the rework of the relics. Probably gonna test that eventually once they add cheat NPCs to the test round. Or once they fix the cheat NPCs for the test round. see here. And not sure what just happened. It's probably a YouTube sub, but my browser is not notifying me. But thank you to whoever just subbed if you are watching. Welcome to the Struck Club, and nice having you here.
Your pack is full.
Okay. By the way, who here plays Wosen or played Wosen and is excited about the upcoming update? Wosen just released, I think yesterday, a very important thing, which is, I'm gonna give you a link. It is balancing plans for Wosen. What's coming for Second Dawn and Chronicle 1? Second Dawn is gonna come by the end of this month, before next month. So there's the link, by the way. Feel free to read it and let me know what you think about it. The more important things are Chronicle 1 and further. So the skill balancing that they're gonna be doing with Second Down, yeah, okay, good. But the good and important things that I'm more excited about are actually not gonna come this month. They're gonna come probably in a month or 2 or 3 months from now, which might be a little bit too long to wait until Chronicle 1. But we'll see when Chronicle 1 would come. They're still supposedly rebalancing a lot of the skills even before Chronicle 1, so I will test the new update when it's out and confirm for myself whether it really is worth it to play the game again, or whether we're gonna have to wait for the Chronicle 1 updates. But with Chronicle 1, Wolsen are supposedly changing the way some of their formulas, the way some of their things work on the back end, how certain damages are calculated and added. They're explaining in detail in that post regarding additive versus multiplicative damages, and giving some examples of how things would work versus how things work now. And they're gonna be reworking, making the invested points into skills more impactful. Because right now in Wolsen, the most impact on your damage is your gear, your weapon. But they want to make sure that skills and Gates of Fate and weapon have much more impact than they do right now. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully Wolsen's updates make me want to play and stream the game again and make builds for it. Time will tell. There's not much left, but we will see how it will be. One thing's for sure though, Torchlight 3's new update feels great on the test realm. Okay, let's go back to 2.9. Do we want to go for a dividing? Let's go for a dividing. It's gonna be tough. There's gonna be a lot of things to kill. But yeah. They haven't specified in that link I posted when Chronicle 2 is coming. Chronicle 1, I mean. It's actually an interesting name that they've decided to name their the Wolsen seasons would be called Chronicles. Similar to Lineage. And its expansions, Chronicle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Pretty interesting name. And hopefully they don't handle seasons the same way Diablo and Path of Exile handle it. One thing that we're probably not gonna see in Torchlight 3 would be seasons. I don't think the developers are planning on ever introducing such a mechanic where you're forced to start over every time there's a new big DLC. It's just not that type of game. It's not that type of game, Torchlight 3. I mean, I'm never gonna say completely never, but let's say I'm 90% sure that they don't want to be going for a game that forces you to start over every time, every few months. How Wilson would handle this remains to be seen. Because there's ways of handling seasonal content without having to start over. Man, that's too many. That's just too many. This is just... Wow, those got unglitched. They were glitched, I couldn't attack them. Now they started moving again. Alright, I can just kill them from here and they can't hit me, I can hit them. I don't think this should be a thing. I shouldn't be able to hit them if they can't hit me with ranged attacks. But yeah, I knew dividing would be crazy on this map. We haven't even gone past the first two groups of enemies and we're already probably done with the quest. What is it? One more Flagon or Fagon. And Shinitu is asking, hi Strux, do you have multiplayer problems? I haven't tested it. I wouldn't mind playing in multiplayer to see if there will be disconnecting and rubber banding. I didn't see them patching anything, so I'm not expecting it to be any different than yesterday. I don't expect that it will be different from yesterday. If there is someone with Electrode in the team, probably people will get disconnected, or if you're on different servers. Probably one of us would get disconnected if you're from different regions. We'll see, I mean, I wouldn't mind testing it after this map. Come on, come on. And the big relic skill, by the way, the big relic skill, the relic power or whatever it will be unlocked at, I think, level 30 with the new update. So you won't be able to use those big relic skills until you get further into the character development. Right, I can skip this map now. I've killed enough quest enemies. And again, this damn bug with the movement skill, with Luminous Run. It got me stuck in one place, not moving, because the skill refused to work. Alright, let's see if there's gonna be a boss here. Nuke. Okay, what can Nuke do? I'm not gonna win this map. I don't have potions, there's dividing enemies, there's too many goblins spawning all over the place. Just crazy overpowered. And of course my Luminous Run again didn't wanna work. What's wrong with this stupid Luminous Run skill? It's just making things so difficult when the most important thing in the game doesn't work. The fucking escape mechanic. That also heals. I'm not sure what they broke to make it so that the skill doesn't cast every time you press it. When it has one charge. When it has two charges, it never misses to cast. But when it's just one charge of Luminous Run, sometimes it just refuses. And I've noticed this only happening in combat. Doesn't happen in the... Oh, you're launching Discord. Alright, let me go on my server. And I'm ready now. I can try and invite you. We can test it and see. Let me know when you're in game, cause I don't see you online right now. But yeah, this Vizier's dungeon is such a disappointment for me right now with how overpowered certain things end up being. It ends up being unnecessarily difficult and complicated. Especially when there's rubber banding and delays, it becomes even harder that way. And why does Luminous Run always work when I'm in the town? It just doesn't want to work when
Your pet is back.
I'm in combat. Maybe it has to do something. Maybe it has something to do with Shadow Step. Let's see. Hi Shin. Are you in game? Okay, you're watching right now. How far is your dungeon, by the way? How far have you reached on the dungeon? If you haven't done it, I would probably have to go on a hero. I can probably go on a different hero if you haven't done it. I wanna see if I can join your dungeon with heroes who haven't finished the story. No, I mean you finished the story, right? You have finished the... What, you've never finished Act 3? Then you're probably not gonna be able to do it. We'll see. Because you can't do dungeon unless you finish Act 3 on a character, and that's why... okay, let me switch to a hero that has completed it. You're probably gonna be able to join my own maps, my own dungeon maps, but not your own. If you wanna do the Fissure dungeon, you have to finish all 3 acts of the story. But we'll see how it works. I'm gonna have to select a hero who is not using Electrode, otherwise there's gonna be so much disconnecting for you probably. Because Electrode would be a little bit disconnect fast. Not sure if we can get a good stable experience if neither of us uses it, but we can try, yeah. Hopefully no one gets disconnected if no one's using the Electrode. On proccing, yeah, I love those builds, but right now with the way how this relic overloads the server. But I did play on the test realm today with Bane Summoner with the new relics, and I finished Act 1 on a sharpshooter summoner build where I barely spent any points in my sharpshooter skills. Just 1 point into targeted strikes, 1 point into Goblin Legion, and 1 point into Scout's Bones, and 1 point into the teleport. And everything else I put into the relic while leveling up. And it was pretty fine. I admit I played on the easiest difficulty so I can just complete everything easily. Relic overwars the server. It's not the relic itself, it's the damage procs that we get from certain skills with the relic. Let me know when to invite you, by the way. Is your Steam friends list online? Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I start the game and then I load up my Steam friends list and it tells me I'm offline. Okay. At Kedrick is asking what my Steam ID is. Let me just do a comment, Kedrick. This is my Steam. And Alfred Tuvel is saying hello. Any news about the character wipe? Well, I think they're still planning on doing that for the 4th of August, but the way I see how unfinished things are on the test realm, maybe there might be a delay. I would rather them not rush the relic for the public, because on the test realm right now there's some broken things. Some skills are not doing some skill tier 1, 2, 3 bonuses are not proccing properly or doing damage. Certain item connections don't seem to be working properly on the build I was playing. On an internal developer build, I heard that some of those things have already been fixed. We'll see. All right, let's start it.
Back already?
Let's do this one.
That doesn't sound so tough.
This one. The comment on my Steam profile. I'm not even sure what he's talking about. Let me see what Hicks is talking about. I'm gonna check it later, I guess. But yeah, did you guys see the balancing plans for Wilson? Who hasn't seen the balancing plans for Wilson? Hixie Hicks is posting comments. Hicks is trolling. Hixie, should I delete your comment? It's fine. We can res each other. But yeah, how did the enemies go to the spawn point?
Have no worries. Death is not the end. You can continue to throw yourself against it.
Yeah, we'll see how that would turn out with Wilson. I mean, the big changes are actually not gonna be coming soon. The big changes are gonna come with Chronicle 1. So most likely the next Wilson patch would be the 16th in a row disappointment. It's fine. Let's go out in the world. It's definitely not easy to push with squishy builds. I think Realm Masters have it the easiest with this mode. So the other classes, a lot of problems. But is it wagging a what for you? Oh, now we're back to challenge 15. Oh fuck! I shouldn't have played on this hero. Okay. Well, yeah, yesterday I was getting disconnected 2 out of 2 times when one of us was playing the Electrode. It wasn't me getting disconnected, it was the other person, because I was the first one to enter the portal, which meant it opened the portal in my region instead of his region. Let's see what region we are on right now. We are now in Europe West, so probably I entered first. Unless it's showing you a different region than me, then that would be weird. For everyone to be connecting to their own region. Blazing maps are the hardest. Right, and chat, you can't hear Shin. I could enable it so you can hear him, but it's weird. It's weird sometimes. When there's multiple voices and people wondering who's talking, who's streaming. You got what? Some rubber band. Yeah, I've got, and now I died as well. It's super difficult with the damn blazing, and yeah, if you rubber band, sometimes you on my screen I would be 2 meters away from the fire, but I would still be taking damage because the game would think I'm in the fire still. I mean, I died multiple times like that yesterday. I just can't get past those stupid blazing stages on most heroes. I managed to get past them on the mage. Let's see. But yeah, I'm playing a Realm Master with the melee build. My other Realm Master cannot play endgame because it's been boosted. I've got a limited choice of hero. I've only got 5 heroes I can play endgame with. The other 2 cannot do it. So 5 out of my 7 heroes can play endgame. The other 2 are kind of stuck to mapworks only. Until I finish the story, and I'm not gonna be doing the story on those 2 heroes, knowing that there's coming a wipe very soon. But yeah, I'm fearing that the relics may not be ready when they expected them to be. I mean, they're ready right now, in a way, but not really. Because there's a lot of things broken apparently. Just for the Bane, we managed to, within a few hours, find 3-4 broken things. Gestually joking, managed to find like 2 broken things for one skill. I found 1 broken skill with another 1 broken tier with another skill. And that's with both of us just doing Act 1 and Act 2, not even finishing Act 2 maybe, and finding those this early. And that's why those early access closed testing groups exist, so we can find those things before something moves on to the wider audience. I'm gonna play some more. I'm gonna play some more tonight on the sharpshooter summoner with the Bane. But believe me, I think in theory you can get over 20 spiderlings from different skills that can do spiderlings. The problem I see with this is who needs 20 melee spiderlings if there's a limit of how many can hit a target at once. I'd much rather have some of the spiderlings being ranged. Ranged spiderlings would be great. Because if it's only melee, I don't think, for example, this enemy, how many spiderlings can be hitting him at the same time without some being unable to access it? I'm assuming no more than 10, 12 maybe at best can surround him, unless the spiderlings phase through each other. If the spiderlings can phase through each other and not body block each other, that's gonna be fine. Because we gotta account for goblins and skeletons and other summons. But the summoner builds would be fun and strong from the looks of it. I think most builds would be fine if you spend half of your skill points on your class and the other half in the relic. Seems like a nice balance for now, with 60 points only to spend across all three places. Come on, so many skeletons. But yeah, so far it's not too bad when it comes to the multiplayer. It's not wagging as much, it's not rubber banding as much. Seems better than last time we played. Last time we played when it was rubber banding like crazy. But I guess last time we played at least one at least one person in the party was always using electrode, I think. Yeah, and sometimes I would be using it as well on builds or someone else, like when we were more than just two people. But yeah, most of the times there was at least one person using it.
You are dying.
So many enemies.
Feel healthier.
No. Okay, good. Let's see what's happening now. Is this the right way? I'm gonna rush closer. I'm gonna rush forward to see if that's the right way. It's not. We can go back. We gotta go back. That's not the right way. No. Eric's making coffee. So this big spider is getting a very nice boost in the relic update, in the next update. So we're gonna be able to, in theory, and not just in theory, in practice, get multiple of those big spiders and different types of big spiders, not just actually, even right now, if you're using the Bane, you get 2 types of big spiders, the spectral one, or whatever this one is called, and the queen. You can get the queen, but this one is getting some extra special abilities as you level it up with the next update. That's gonna be pretty fun, having a couple of those big boy spiders doing certain things, using certain abilities from afar, not just being melee spiders. I actually wrote them feedback, I think, some time ago about how the Bane spiders are kind of all melee, and apart from the queen, and we need something that can do more than just hit melee. And it's nice to see that they've done that. They've made the spiders more than just some melee meat shields.
You're nearly dead.
Does your microphone have a foam padding? Because I'm constantly hearing sound noises from your mic. It's as if your microphone doesn't have the padding, the soft foam padding, wind block or whatever it's called. I'm hearing as if someone is blowing into the mic every second or every 1.5 seconds. Yeah, it seemed like it. It seemed like it. I was wondering, is that my microphone being reflected on the other end, or is it him? I guess it wasn't me. All right, now it's fine. I don't hear it anymore.
It's trapped.
I'm gonna try and freeze them. We can maybe try and rush through till the end. It's almost here. And Savior Shah is back, saying, "Hey Struck, how are you doing, bro? Seems like you're enjoying Torchlight 3. Felt boring during close beta. Do you recommend getting it now?"
You can't use that skill.
That's a tough choice, because again, I'm not sure what other people could enjoy in the game. I mean, I enjoy certain things, but others don't enjoy the same things as I do. Keep in mind that the game is gonna get a wipe very soon, and then there's gonna be another wipe when the game exits early access and launches. So first you gotta be prepared to lose your progress. If you're not prepared to lose your progress and to play an unfinished product that might have bugs, glitches and other things, then definitely just wait until it's ready. Probably not gonna be able to rest. Oh, where are you actually? On my screen I can't even find where you are on my screen to res you. Can't Oh, I see. Welcome. But yeah, Savior, I personally would recommend it to people who want to make the game better by giving feedback. People who want to actively send bug reports and other types of feedback, like suggestions for balancing and so on. Those type of people could really help greatly a small team of like 35 people or so to make the game better before it's ready to launch. And there is enough build variety, with even more build variety on the horizon in a couple of weeks or so with the upcoming relic changes. So if you like making different builds and having multiple ways to play the game, then definitely it would be fun, as long as you don't mind losing your progress and facing bugs on a daily basis. And connectivity problems such as rubber banding and delay, which they would fix. They already improved the rubber banding and most of the disconnection problems. There are still certain things that can cause those though. But yeah, nice to see you, Savior. And Savior, did you read about the Wilson news about the balancing changes? There are some impressive things that you can read. The latest blog post on the Wilson's team community events, or whatever it's called, that page. Oh, enchanting is also gonna be a level 60 feature. You're not gonna be able to enchant items until level 60. Yeah. That's gonna be something new as well. Yes, Savior, we survived the Wilson early launch. We definitely survived Wilson launching early. But yeah, with this game, I think this game is trying to avoid what Wilson did. They're trying to avoid releasing early. They're trying to use the early access to test as many things as they can before they launch. If Wilson was doing what the developers of this game are doing, it would have been a little bit better overall. Let's do the double HP map. It's either double HP or berserking. Wondering which we should do. Let's try the double HP. It's gonna be boring with the double HP, believe me. But the berserking would be so much more kiting, probably. Savior is stuck with Guild Wars 2 for the last 3 months or so, and needs something different and refreshing. Well, I'm not sure how refreshing this could be, but this is definitely different from Guild Wars 2, and it definitely doesn't make you grind as much for certain things. You can shape up a build pretty easily, and it doesn't take that long to reach the end game. Probably 10-12 hours or so of questing to finish Act 1, 2 and 3, and then from there you just unlock the end game and start doing end game, which is level 46 monsters. The first stage of the end game is 46 level monsters. You're normally around 47, 48, 49 when you complete Act 3, so it's pretty reasonable. And from then on the monsters just start getting stronger, all the way to 60. After 60 they start getting extra HP, extra movement speed and extra damage, as you can see here on the side of this level. They get 10% damage, 20% HP, 5% movement speed. This goes higher and higher and higher with each next stage. You get different... Oh shit, I'm back to 0 potions. Back to 0 potions, great. There are certain map modifiers and monster modifiers that end up stacking up. And yet another champion that didn't drop potions. I think champions should always drop at least 1 potion after you kill them. In fact, I never like games that have potions as something you drop and buy, rather than just something that's on a cooldown. And You don't need to worry about other than just the cooldown and maybe equipping different types for different zones.
Your pet is
Damn.
fleeing.
Can say I didn't see myself dying after my potions ran out. I think Warhammer Chaosbane is one of the games that's handling potions in the best way possible. You have one potion with cooldown and no potion work or other things like that to fuck up with your item stats. And the only thing you do is you unlock certain passive skills that give you certain buffs for a few seconds after using the potion, if you want them. I barely use those though, but sometimes I might want to experiment in Chaosbane and use those. Speaking of Chaosbane, the developers have been pretty quiet lately, so maybe very soon we might hear from them about some future updates. They did say they're planning something special for us later this year. I'm wondering what it could be. Path of Exile is different because you have multiple slots for potions. Multiple slots for potions. It's not just one single potion, it's multiple slots. I don't like that. I don't like that, having to press so many buttons and juggle so many buttons and play the piano. Just not a big fan of it. I'd rather have one potion button, at best two, one for HP and one for another resource. But when it becomes more than two, it's just a no-go for me. But yeah, with Chaosbane you just have passive skills which you can put in a passive skill slot. And in most cases it's not worth using the potion passive skills, because you're robbing yourself of another passive that could give you much better stats. In the cases where I've been using in Chaosbane potions, it would have been probably potion that gives me 50% counter-attack damage for builds where counter-attack damage gives me crit damage or real damage due to another passive, but even for those I prefer to not use them. But I just like... Did you die? Where? I don't see... Oh wow, I don't have potions, I'm at 0 potions. I'm gonna have to complete this map by myself, most likely, because if I try to res you I'm gonna die and then we're gonna have to go back one map. Just stay here if you want. Maybe it would resurrect you on the boss arena, but I don't know. I actually, the one time I did this in multiplayer and died, I clicked and rest myself in town, and I don't know if it would have rested me in the next arena. Just need one more bone. One more bone. Come on map, drop that bone.
Your health is low.
Problem is there's a lot of ranged enemies and I'm probably gonna get wrecked. Now there's a mimic, of course. Yeah. The flame, and the more enemies the more flames. I don't think those flames should apply to every single enemy. I think it should apply only to champions, but 100% chance. Right now, every single enemy has 40% chance to have the blazing modifier on them. Or any other modifier of the same type. That's for the whole map. If they change it to 100% chance, but only to champions, it would be better. It would be much more pleasant to run those. Because right now I don't like it. I don't like running this mode. I prefer doing map works right now, opposed to the new endgame mode. Because there's just nothing to really motivate me into choosing this over the other modes. Maybe some other people care about the bragging rights, but I don't.
You are overburdened.
Yeah, each time you complete a checkpoint, the most basic thing they could give us is blue and yellow gear bundles, blue and orange gear bundles. That's the most basic thing they can add temporary until they figure out better rewards. You finish a boss fight, which is every 3 or 4 stages, and you get a blue or orange gear bundle. Maybe one blue, one orange, or one, two blue, then another one orange, and just take turns, something like that. That's just the most basic thing that would still be something to look forward to keep you pushing. What's happening? It's not voting me into my fort. Maybe that's a new bug. And I also can't remember how many potions... Okay, I got disconnected. I also can't remember how many potions Wilson had. Could have been 2. Oh no, it should be 1. Wilson used to have... actually, it's 2. It's 2, I think, slots. But yeah, Wilson used to have 4 slots. Then they... or 5 slots planned. But then they made it to 2. But in the early alpha, I could put... there were more potions than just HP and the mana, whatever it was called. And rage. HP and rage. There were more things than that. In Wilson, there were things like movement speed potions and stuff like that. It was more like Path of Exile, where you would want to be getting those. There were potions that would give you dodge roll chances, dodge roll stacks, or something like that back then.
Potions for you, potions for your little friend.
So I'm back into the game. I'm gonna sell some of those. And let's invite you. You didn't get disconnected, right? CC same game is working as intended. Oh yeah. And what's with the damn bot? Hixie banned it though. Thank you Hixie for banning the bot. I'm gonna remove it from my own screen. Just gotta ban. Just gotta ban some words that they're using, like follower and stuff like that. And follow, because I think they're not using regular O, those specific bots. So let me quickly add chat filtering for what they were using. Follower and follow. With the, I think they're using Cyrillic O. Alright, blocking that one. I'm gonna remove it from the screen as well. So the chat is disappearing from the screen for a moment. It's not gonna return until you chat some more. There we go. Wiped it. I'm wondering who is stupid enough to buy from people like that. To buy follows and primes. Like, why would you want to buy a sub and the prime sub when that's something that people actually normally buy? Why would you want to buy that for your channel instead of just buying it on your own account? Why would you want to buy it from some unlegit source and get yourself scammed? Like, if some streamer really wanted to buy for his channel prime subs, they can just go on their own account on a different browser and buy it from their own account legitly. That's the weirdest thing. I never understood who even uses those websites that are getting advertised on small streamers channels. So we've got some interesting choices here. I think the most doable one would be this one. But yeah, the next big update. I can't wait to play some more on it and for them to add the cheat NPCs so I can test some builds. Right now the legendarium and legendary items are kind of broken and they're getting fixed on the test server, that is not here. Here they're working fine. They're getting fixed eventually. Like, I got a legendary item without a legendary affix. I can show you a screenshot because I'm not allowed to, but yeah, that's what I mean by broken stuff. And that is why things are tested early before they're ready for everyone. Like, I'm level 4, leveling my Bane Summoner Sharpshooter, and then I get the Rifle of Leadership, the one that gives me 3 Ghost Goblins, the 3 Goblin Shooters, and then it doesn't have the legendary affix and it doesn't give me the bonus as a result. Just when I got excited and then... oh, okay. Chronicles of the Desync. Is that the electrode? That's why it started rubber banding some more. Seems like it. Yeah, well, hopefully you don't, you or me don't get disconnected. We're on the same. We're on the same realm. We're on the same server. We're both Europeans, so that shouldn't be a problem. If there was someone from the US, they probably would have gotten disconnected by now. Or someone from Asian or Australian. Someone who has high ping to Europe, let's just say it like that. Everyone has it. Everyone has that. There's 2 of them. One for you, one for... If there's 4 people, there would have been 4 ghosts. 1 following each person, I guess. Or whoever is closest to them. I mean, we can go to the boss. If we rush, we can go to the boss. We've already done the quest. Over here. Here. Oh, HP shrine. What boss did we get? We got Netherim Xardox Accursed. Oh, look at where he teleported. Wow. Really? Really? No, that's a new bug. That is a new bug. They should definitely not be able to go over there. Can you use any pet with any pet ability? Yes, pets are just skins. You can use any pet skill on whatever pet skin you want. Any pet skin with any pet ability. You just pick the skin you want and open the pet interface, and then you give it the... I don't have ranged attacks. I can't attack this guy. Maybe with my dynamites. So you pick a pet you wanna use and then just select any ability you like and put it into the pet skill slot like this. Like S here. You can just drag it. So regardless what pet you're using, it's just a skin. This is what's important. And once you've unlocked an ability, you can use it on any pet. I like it. I like how they're handling this system. You want new pets? Okay, go get them. You still get your old stuff. That's pretty nice. Just since they added the new fairy pets, the new 3 glitter sprites, like a flying sparkling cow. It's pretty fun. Alright, now we're gonna be doing a boss fight. Wide Vote or Psora? Which one do you think is more fun, Shin? Right, well, Psora Stormbringer might be a little bit annoying. Let's go Wide Vote Plaguebearer. Just because... No, Stormbringer is the lightning on the ground. The lots of lightning, the Act 3 modifier. I'd much rather do Plaguebearer with the poison balls instead of the Stormbringers. I'm gonna save my relic big activation skill for the next phases of the boss. Might have. Definitely not out of the question. Alright, what happened here? And Alfred's asking, can you use... yeah, actually I already answered Alfred's question. And yeah, folks, if you have any questions about the new relic build, the new relic update, feel free to ask those, and if I can provide an answer without being too specific, walking that fine line, not revealing too much, but also being able to provide you with some information, ask them. I've only spent a couple of hours, 2.5 hours playing today on the test server, but that should have been more than enough to get kind of an idea about how certain things work now that the patch has been made. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of some of those maps. Let me try and invite you again, Shin. No more blazing, we just cleared the blazing, so on this hero we can start doing plague bearers. Much better than blazing as a built-in modifier. Phantom buffer with additional... Phantom blade with additional bolts fired on shock. Seems interesting. I'm wondering who would be my second hero on the test server. I'm probably gonna do Forge Spin to Win Frost build. With that skill that lets you be the frozen orb yourself. And you're gonna be spinning, and while you're spinning you're gonna be freezing everything around you and shooting icicles at enemies that are around you in all directions. It's gonna be amazing. This is gonna be the... That's gonna be such a fun build. You're spinning and moving, and as you're spinning there's some different projectiles shooting in all directions. My stone archway. I'm not using a stone archway, I'm using, what's it called, the cemetery gate. But yeah, I kept moving it a little to the left, to the right. It's a little weird. Because you can't fine-tune those things. There's like a fixed grid and it has to fit on that grid. And if I move the archway, then I'm gonna have to move the stones. It's fine, everything's getting wiped. I really don't care about my fort right now until after the wipe. You got disconnected again. Also, yeah, multiplayer. Not the most pleasant experience. Yeah, we're gonna need some patching, that's true. It's just gonna take a lot of disconnects, reconnects, and it's just not fun, I guess, for either. Next patch, when they confirm they've done some more connectivity problem issues solving, we can try again. I don't mind after every patch to test if the multiplayer is more stable. And right now we're even testing it with people from the same continent. Imagine someone with a much higher ping to my realm, how that would be. No wonder why yesterday my teammate got disconnected twice, or was it 2 days ago when we tested. But still, thanks Shin for joining for testing this. And have fun with the Fazir. Try and maybe do Fazir on any hero that has completed the story if you have one. Do you have at least one hero that completed the act? The act 1, 2, 3 story? But how far are you? I mean, if you're already at Act 3, you might as well finish it so you can just do some endgame. But you see, it's not that much different from Mapworks right now, apart from the extra challenge from the modifiers. Yeah. It is challenging. I mean, it's not like it's easy peasy breezy, but most of the times when I die on my mage earlier, when you saw me, it was just broken skills or not having enough potions. And I don't feel like going to the town every time I need potions. It's just not the right way. When I have to go through 2 loading screens. One loading screen to go buy potions from the town, another one to go back to my fort so I can resume my end game. It feels wrong. Unnecessary time spent buying potions. And we already have an NPC in our fort, unless they removed it completely. He was the perfect person to sell you potions while you're in the fort. It's much easier to make an NPC sell you potions in the town versus making the pet be able to buy potions when the pet goes to the town. Alright, well, if you're back, let me know, because I'm gonna disconnect from my Discord. But yeah, thanks again, and until next time, Shin. Alright, chat. Let's do this. Let's do this map on this hero, and then maybe move to the Forged for a little bit of spinning. See how far we can go with that one. How am I doing with the gold? 12k. By the way, is the gambler broken for someone else, or is it just me? When I gamble for gauntlets, for gloves, I only get white, blue and orange items. I don't get a single green item from the gambler when I'm gambling for gloves. So I'm wondering if this is for everyone or just for me. I've probably spent already 50-60,000 on gauntlets and not a single green item. Just legendary, rare and common, no magical items. It seems pretty weird. Thankfully it's the blue that drops more often than the green rather than the other way. But still seems like the wrong thing to be happening.
You can't cast that here.
You still have your trial belt, Kixie. That's nice. I have another trial belt. I mean, I have my trial belt as well. We'll see how they are gonna be rebalancing certain things. I mean,
It's trapped.
not much left until the Wolsen patch, but again, the big patch is not gonna be that one. It's not gonna be the patch that's coming this month, it's gonna be Chronicle 1. And Chronicle 1 is apparently coming later this year, so probably next month or October maybe, or September, we'll see. If Chronicle 1 comes around September or October, it's gonna be fine. If it's later than October, that might be a lot of waiting. If we are super lucky, it could even come in August. Who knows?
It's weak. It's a trap.
Oh, and back to doing a boss fight without potions. A boss fight without potions, is this even doable now? The cap has always been level 90 in Wolsen after the game launch. They never changed the cap. It remains level 90, but reaching level 90 is just so slow and boring. I'm probably 81 or 82. Most likely I'm 82 on my Wolsen hero.
That spell can't be cast.
I mean, if they don't change the XP, I'm probably just not gonna go back to Wolsen for a long time. Until they change the XP rates as well. I don't wanna play MMO rates in a ARPG hack and slash game when it comes to the XP. Even Path of Exile XP is better than Wolsen XP. Excluding the fact that I can lose XP in Path of Exile. I could get 1 level a day in Path of Exile after level, what was it, after level 97, 95. I could still get a level a day, maybe even multiple levels a day, depending how much I play for that day, but that's if I don't die. But in Wolsen, yeah, you definitely don't lose XP when you die as much as in Path of Exile, but the XP is so terrible. after level 80 or after level 79. This is why I like Torchlight 3 so much and Chaos Bane. It doesn't take that long to reach max level and have all the skill points you need for your build, and from there just respec as much as you want to change your builds. As long as you have the respectacles in this game, or the goat and affinity in Wolsen, or the Wolsen again, bad for leveling, but in Chaos Bane probably it's the most wax when it comes to respecking. You don't lose anything when you respec. You don't have to farm resources. You don't have to farm gold. You just respec. You just pick a different skill and put it into the SWAT. Justemning asks, are the two vast pet skills in the game? Every pet skill is in the game. Every pet skill is in the game. Some are very hard to find. This one, and this one. Those three pet skills are hard to find right now. So all those here are easy to find. Or easier. Maybe Healing Friendship might take a while. But yeah, Necropupper, Vampirism and Running Partner are harder to find. I mean, Running Partner I unlocked yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 days ago. And that's 6 weeks after the game launched. And it took me that long to unlock it. But it's not the best one. The best one for me always has been the crit chance. This one. This one has been the best one for me. So as long as I have the crit chance and maybe Healing Friendship, I'm fine. I like the stun, by the way, for builds like Realm Master stuff where you do extra damage to stunned targets. It could be a little bit of extra, but it's only for 1 second, so it's not like you're gonna have a lot of options to do that extra damage. Alright, I'm gonna switch heroes now. I'm gonna switch heroes quickly. Let's go to character selection once the pet returns and the pet's back. Maybe it's time for some spinning, isn't it? It's spinning quest time. Hixie is gonna try a 187 max rift for giggles and see how it goes. Hixie, what build are you using in Wilson right now?
You look pale. Can I offer you a drink? Oh, I'll be.
You can't do that.
Havocorp, by the way, Havocorp right now in the current state in Wilson can be super strong. And there's some easy stuff with Havocorp. Your trusty Bleeding Edge. But did you rework your Bleeding Edge after they nerfed it? Because if you're using that modifier that gives it cooldown, you might end up getting disappointed unless you rework your setup. So you look at that. As I was telling you, the game board doesn't give green items, at least for gauntlets. Wait. Just found myself a Vortex Bomb cooldown item. They do exist. They do exist. Vortex bomb cooldown items do seem to exist. Okay, what should I look for then if Vortex bomb cooldown items exist? I can look for shoulders maybe.
Money, I got gear.
You have 100% block chest and how much block efficiency? Because you know, the block efficiency is what really matters, but they will be changing the block chance. The block chance will be changing to a fixed amount of block chance, and then you're gonna be getting different efficiency based on whether you're using a shield or not, something like that. If you've got 75 efficiency, that's as much as you can get it to, yeah. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white items one after the other. Tell me RNG doesn't hate me. Alright, I'm gonna be doing something weird now. So Vortex Bomb cooldown right now 4.4 seconds. With those gauntlets it's probably 3.5 seconds. Nice, 3.5 seconds.
You can't do that.
This is what I mean, just that little 10% extra cooldown for Vortex Bomb was enough to push me with 0.9 second cooldown difference, and that's a big difference. Let's see now. Hixie, did you update to the latest WoW and patch, by the way? I'm wondering. 23% relic cooldown I'm losing, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Okay, we're gonna have to keep it as that for now. All right, let's do this.
Welcome back, contender. Went with the obvious.
But what's your bleeding edge? Are you using that bleeding edge not multiplier but the modifier that adds cooldown? I'm wondering. Because they did nerf it some time ago and it was still strong. It was still pretty strong.
That spell cannot be cast.
Even after the nerf, as long as you just remove that modifier with the cooldown added. But yeah, they're gonna be changing some stuff. They still haven't updated with the new patch. Once they do update with the new patch, many other skills supposedly are getting stronger. I can't wait to test my Sacred Paladin setup again. With the chains, with the Rat of Buffet. I can't wait to test Infinity Blades for the Shadow Blade build, for the build with the what was I call it? The Rage Mage the Rage Mage with the Rage Mage legs. I really wanted to test that one as well.
You can't cast that here. Death is upon you.
Why are those elites not dropping potions? Come on. Just one from that many elites, just one potion.
You can't do that here. You can't use that skill.
See what's happening here.
You can't cast that.
You also have anomaly on your shield. That's pretty nice. I'm using on my Wilson heroes. I was mostly using the Aether jump shield for extra fast movement.
You're close to dying.
Although then I switched to builds without shield, because shield builds ended up being, I mean, pretty OP. So I started playing Havoc Orb no shield build with Catalyst and a pistol. That was pretty fun build to play with the summons as survivability. And I'm actually I'm using in Wilson with my build I was using the last time I was playing the Havoc Golem Monster. I was using Anomaly to suck enemies in with all those explosions from the Trial Belt and from Plague Burst. Plague Burst giving you that explosion extra and yeah, getting that extra health orbs, exploding health orbs. It was fun, you're stacking exploding health orbs. It was not completely meta, but it could still do the hard content as well. You're getting survivability from the summon. And if you want more survivability, you can get a second or a third summon. The golem one, the fat one. That was a fun build back then in Wilson to play. But yeah, can't wait to see the rebalancing that they're promising and how it will work. If you look at this post, let me just show you quickly. This post here, am I safe? I'm safe. You're gonna see Annihilation, which is the spin to not spin twin, but the beam, the beam mage build. Then Arctic Spear, Consuming Ember, which is Fireball, Eclipse, which is that push away enemies from you kind of cone. Then Infinity Blades, which I really wanna play with. Lightbringer, Parasite, Thunderstrike, Strings of Crierion, Slayer's Fury, which I really want to do the Infinity Blade Slayer's Fury Rage Mage setup. Anvil's Woe, Evasion, Wrath of Buffet, which is the chains, and then Flight of Gavanier and Phantom Blades. All of those are getting increased. And they're finally doing what I was asking for the game to do months ago. I was saying increase the fucking base damage that we get as we level up the skills. rather than the damage of the skill modifiers and the skills themselves. And they're finally doing that. The damage curve of most skills has been reworked so that they deal way more damage as the character gains levels. I'm not sure whether they mean the character gaining levels or the skills getting leveled up. In any case, I think it's probably a little bit of both. We'll see. The base damage and value of some modifiers of underused skills have been greatly increased, which is also good. So they're buffing almost everything you can think of for those weird skills. How much I really want to see. I really want to see and test it. I know what to expect from each skill, because I've tested every single skill in the game for different builds back in the day. But yeah. What's important is this thing. This is the most important things here, but those are not coming with the next patch. Those are coming with a further patch. Advanced enough ones that we feel comfortable sharing with you. So those skills are coming, those things are coming with Chronicle 1, not with the next patch. And that's nice. The bonus damage rework, the spell damage rework, and the damage and elements effectiveness multiplier and other things. Read that. I'm gonna give you the link again to those of you who are joining the stream late. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice to see Wilson getting finally rebalanced, but it's not gonna be coming with the next update. With the next update, we're just getting the skill updates, the skill rebalancing, not the major changes that were listed in this article, such as the formula changes, the changes to the damage calculations and other things. But yeah, it still sounds exciting, and all those skills that they listed as skills that were underwhelming were on my list of underwhelming skills that I wanted to see buffed up, and that I wanted to make builds centered around those skills. Because what I do in Torchlight, testing different skills and different builds, I used to do the exact same thing in Wilson. Just constantly respecking and trying to find items that open up builds for those new skills that I respec into. Where is he? Buggy boy? Where's the buggy boy? There we go. Hix's current gear is high-end, so it's still easy to play for you. You test again later down the line. Well, test different skills, just change your build to not be bleeding edge. You're gonna see there's not that much options right now until they patch next week or whenever they're patching. It's gonna be happening sometime next week, because there's not much left before the end of the month anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of work to do when it comes to making Wilson and Torchlight builds once Wilson patches, and I'm shifting between one game and the other if I think that the Wilson patch is really balancing the things enough. That means I would also need to find a lot of items. I would need to find a lot of unique items probably for those builds. We'll see. It's not difficult to survive even if you don't have maxed out survivability. You can just dodge, teleport, and just avoid to get hit in walls and with the more glass cannon builds. But right now, anything that's not stacking resistances sucks. It just sucks. Health regeneration, HP stacking, force shield regeneration, force shield stacking, not as good as stacking resistances in the current state of Wilson. And it's weird. It's weird the way they're handling. Oh, that's not bad. The way they're handling certain things, like the whole armor system, is pretty broken in Wilson. It needs like a total rework and overhaul. Right, let's try and disenchant this once the pet returns. We need gold.
Your pet has returned.
Crit chance versus undead is not what I need. Should I get fire resistance? Let's get fire resistance against the blazing. Well, it's giving me crit chance. Yeah, let's see after Chronicle 1. Chronicle 1 is supposedly their first content update. I wanna see how less generic the game would become with it, because right now it really is generic. It's not bad to do it every now and then, but it's not a game I see people playing for a long time. Everyone would probably get bored within a month of playing the game if they're like a new player. Starting from the first time, even after they rebalance stuff and you have more options to do. The whole end game content, the whole end game whoop for farming stuff seems pretty boring, but the same can be said about Torchlight as well. And because it only has one end game, just like WoW, and both games only have one end game activity to do. So yeah, that's why certain things can get boring, but at least if you have build variety, it's gonna be much less boring to do. In this game I can still use different heroes and different classes with different relics, subclasses, and have different builds and different experience, and it's still fun for me. But in Wilson, until they rebalance the things with the next patch, it's much more boring than, for example, Torchlight. Fingered ancestors, let's do this. But I'm not a big fan of the whole item system in WoWs and how they lied to us when it came to enchanting. Not enchanting, but socketing. How they lied to us, telling us we're gonna have so much control over the socketing and re-rolling of item stats, and then you see it's so random that it doesn't even follow any type of rules. It's giving me stats from one type of gem that I'm not even using on my sockets when I re-roll the stats. And the bad drop rates of the materials, of the orbs, the orb drop rates were terrible. It was super grindy. So that's another thing they need to rebalance. Oh yeah, and rolling the 3 red sockets on a weapon, and rolling the right red sockets on a weapon, the right round ones, the round red sockets. Man, that's so boring. You should be able to roll one socket at a time, not all 3 of them. That's how it should be.
wrath is upon you.
When it comes to rerolling certain affixes, Diablo 3 had it right. Of all the things Diablo 3 might not have done right, the rerolling definitely was one of the things I think have been done in a very good way. Gotta give them credit for coming up with the Diablo 3 rerolling system. It just fits. It fits in almost every ARPG I've played. Such a system would fit.
You can't cast that. Your health is low.
We really need RNG gold things to be done right. Ah, fuck. This is what happens when I don't have potions. And the game was telling me I've got 1 potion, but I had 0 potions. The game is lying to me. Let's see now if I rest, if I'm gonna be at 1 or 0 potions. I should be at 0. Even though the game was telling me I'm at 1. I'm at 1, really? Then why didn't it use my potion? Why? Why, game? Why didn't you use my potion when I pressed Q? Let's see. Yeah, it's here. It is here, yet the game didn't use it. Alright, let's change heroes now. This annoying, overpowered bullshit blazing modifier. The most boring thing in the game, that blazing modifier. 40% chance on a single enemy, on every single enemy to roll with it. Let's see what's happening in the chat. You got busted so fast that the game couldn't react fast enough. Well, I used my potion, you know, there was the enemies, if I were to reenact it, this was the turret. Let's say this is the turret. And I died around here. And there was a little part over here. I used my potion when I was around here, before using ramming robot to reach this part here, where I died. So I should have been healed much earlier. But anyways, overall it's just a lot of stuff that shouldn't be happening. I don't like this 40% chance that the monster can spawn with the modifier. It should be 100% chance that champions get this modifier and bosses, not every single monster. It would feel so much better if that's how they do it. It ends up cluttering the screen. It ends up getting more waggy because there's more things for the game to do on the screen. And it ends up being the floor is lava. That's what ends up happening. With Blazing, with Plague Bearer, with Netherwell, with all those modifiers, with Stormbringer. It ends up being you playing the floor is lava and having to constantly move and kite. Even with 90% damage reduction builds. Yeah, Jake, I could agree. The lag issue, even though it got a little better with the lag, it still needs some more work in that regard. But I gotta admit it got better compared to like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, connectivity wise. Okay, we can move to the next one now. Five seconds delay. What's your ping to get 5 seconds delay? That's huge delay. I can't even imagine how much that would be. Please tell me that's the right way. No, it's not the right way, really.
You're gravely wounded.
It's not letting me use my potion. Alright, now I can.
It's trapped. You feel better.
Your ping is between 80 and 110. Oh, that's not a really good ping. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not a really good ping. Because if that's your base ping when you're not fighting, when you're just standing in one place, once you start fighting, and if you're using things like the electrode, things probably can go terribly wrong. If you're using the electrode, just stop using it. I know it's a bad advice to not use it, but that's the only way to make sure you're not wagging as much right now. To not use the Flaming Destroyer or the electrode relics with their procs. The procs that happen when you hit like a shocked enemy or when you hit a burning enemy and things like that. It just there's probably a lot of damage calculations happening at the same time, and they're just filling up some sort of a queue or whatever it is. Not sure how the game is handling that, but something's happening. That's why it happens a lot when you're using electrode or flaming destroyer procs. If you're not using, as I like to call it, a proc monster build, this doesn't seem to happen that much, the big delays. So maybe try using a different relic for now. See if it's a little bit better if you're using one of the two I mentioned. Yeah, I had the same problem. I'm killing enemies and then I can't pick up an item until it's finishing with all the calculations before that, for like 5, 10, 15 seconds or so. And normally that would happen when I'm using the electrode, not with the other relics.
You're up to the challenge?
It's mostly the thunder strikes on the electrode and the shock bolts causing more thunder strikes, which end up killing more enemies, which ends up giving more shock bolts, and it's like a whoop there.
Went with the
Hixie's gonna play Van Helsing Final Cut. Well, see us, Hixie. Have fun with Van Helsing, Hixie. But yeah, Jake, they've improved it a little, but they need to improve some more. This performance when you're stacking too much damage sources per second, too many procs per second. see what's happening here. Wasn't close enough. Oh, my pet is begging for food. It's too early for him to eat still.
You are gravely wounded.
And now this bug with the non-disappearing AoE on the ground. Oh, look at how many spiders we've got here. Oh, another non-disappearing AoE field. I'm gonna try and pull that rat. The ratty boy. Come on, ratty boy. Die. Sometimes when I don't do the combo and I don't crit, it's kind of a waste of time. Sometimes when I use that scatter shot the wrong way. How many more spiders? A lot more. I think there's gonna be a lot of spiders up here. No. Maybe up here? No. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the spider spot. Why they're going up? Why? Spider, stop running! Like, that was the weirdest behavior of an enemy ever. There was nothing over there upstairs, so why would the spider want to go upstairs? It was definitely heading over there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, 14 more spiders. There's some here. Can you get some more? Wait. Come on, come on. How many more? 9 more spiders. I'm not sure where those spiders came from, but I'm happy that some more came. Just when I was kind of done killing most. Right, let's move. There is some delay, even when I'm traveling with my teleport skills. Sometimes it's taking a while to process the command. You haven't found a new pet on this server. Found it twice on the test realm, not once in the live realm. But yeah, speaking of test realm, feel free to ask some questions about the relics. If they're not too specific, I can try and answer them vaguely. Regarding the new relic update based on my experience. I said it at the start of the stream a few times. I haven't said it in the last few minutes, but I really enjoyed completing Act 1 and starting the first few quests of Act 2 on a Bane Summoner build where I was spending my skill points mostly into Bane, barely touching my sharpshooter skills. I probably spent like only 4 points in my sharpshooter, just to get 1 point into the skills I need as a base, and then the rest was just Bane stuff. And it feels like a summoner for the Bane would require at best 33 points into Bane, and that's without any plus skill level bonuses in your gear, and the rest into your regular skills. That's what it seems to be when I was calculating how many skill points I might need. Excluding skill point levels, which we know we can get for the regular skills from helmet and chest. And I was playing sharpshooter with the Bane. I didn't play mage summoner. I played sharpshooter summoner. Let's see. What's my quest? What remains? So many. Thankfully this freeze is OP. I love the freeze. I'm wondering if I redo the scatter shot build, whether I will be using freeze again and the cold heart on my reworked scatter shot when I get to reworking it. Goddamn interrupt. Fuck with those interrupts. Damn. I was fucking teleporting and it rubber banded me. Alright, let's switch heroes again. Which now, I'm wondering which should I play. Maybe back on the mage. Let's get some pots. That's my kind of potion.
See you next time.
From all the potions, I like the Act 1 potion the most. For any act. Is instant HP and a knockback of any close enemies. What's the time? 11 PM over here. So we've got plenty of time still. And what I've noticed with the relics is you unlock every 5 levels. Yeah, it's got the same interface as the regular skills. Every 5 levels you get a tier. Level 1, level 5, 10, 15, 25. And every 5 levels you unlock 2 skills, 1 active, 1 passive. I think that's not revealing too much. I think that's within the reasonable amount of things I can review and tease. So you're not unlocking all the actives at once or all the passives at once. It's gradually letting you get stuff. So it's really like your current skill trees, but instead of just unlocking actives, you're unlocking passives. It's pretty nice the way they've done it. Although I do feel that for the Bane I feel the things I want on a summoner. For example, that one passive I wanted really badly and I was saving points for was at level 15. So I found myself saving a lot of points. I wanted to save 5 points until level 15. So between level 11 and and 15 I ended up saving points, and then I ended up respeccing the first sharpshooter skill, the grouping, the tight grouping to get the 5th point. Targeted strikes is still strong though. Even at level 1, while I was leveling, targeted strikes were just pretty strong and pretty nice, even for a summoner build where I'm just one-pointing the skill to just help proc spiderlings while hitting poisoned enemies. And even if you don't have, the good thing about sharpshooters is even if you don't have poison weapon to play with the Bane, you can use Scout's Bones to poison the enemies. Even if it's just a single point. Of course, you probably would want to max it out on a summoner build and use the infectious shooter to keep proccing as many summons as you can, as much as you can. What's that? Plates of pancakes? So far only one. Oh, that's my summon. Seeing its HP bar made me think it was some sort of an enemy, not realizing it's my own summon. Wait, my summon is healing itself? Was that my pet healing my golem? Maybe it was a different golem. No!
Your struggles are over.
Damn one-shots. I never understood why those shamans should do so much damage. They just do so much damage, unreasonably high amounts of damage. The whitening shamans.
Oh, so tough. Wouldn't have been.
Oh wait, I had to switch hero because I died. I forgot that those were the rules. Once we fail, we switch heroes. Alright, I'm gonna out and F4 and restart because it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be quicker if I just restart the game. So now that we're switching, who am I gonna play? Let's play the Realm Master now. Let's buy some potions as well.
Oh yes, potions. I've got those.
This really needs a shift right click to sell whole stack of items.
Oh, I'll be seeing you soon.
How far was I? I was on the blazing. I was on the oh, actually I'm in the plate bearer here. Nice. So no more blazing for this guy. So the only one that's still doing blazing is my forged. The forged is the only one that that is stuck in the mud with the blazing modifier. Okay, quest done. Boss time. This one was a quick one. See, that's the kind of maps I like. I can do the quest and then easily reach the boss without killing that many. Oh, and then it's a buggy boss, of course. Of course, it's gonna be a buggy boss. Alright, let me control and do this. And put it in my list of broken maps document. Control D, Control V. No boss. Arrow, arrow, arrow. Save. Alright, I saved this. This doesn't count as failing, so we gotta play the same hero. Let's see if I do the same map, whether it's gonna be broken again. I'm gonna pick the exact same map. To see if this time it's... What do you mean by secrets area? Secrets area, Gendao 72. Not sure what you mean by that. This was the boss zone, but the boss zone was kind of broken. Oh, it gave me different maps this time? Oh no, it's not. That's it. It's still the same one. I'm gonna try and do the same map, see if I can get it to be broken again. Or whether it's gonna be a different boss and whether it's gonna spawn this time. In fact, I'm gonna test it from the start. I'm gonna test it whether I'm gonna get the same map seed. Map seed ending on 22692. Control D. Control V. Definitely doesn't end on 226. Okay, let's see whether this can be as broken as the previous one. There's not that many warriors this time. There's more spellcasters than warriors. Let's do the same thing we did before. I'm wondering if the second stage of the map gets determined once we enter it, or whether it gets determined once we vote the first one, and the game already knows what the second stage will be. Wondering when the row for the seat of the second map and boss gets determined. It's probably gonna be another broken map, yeah. See, there's the boss. Now I'm gonna go in and the boss will disappear probably. Oh, it didn't. No, it did. It did. It disappeared. But it was here. We saw that it's here. So most likely when you vote into the first map, the second stage of that map is already decided. And the worst part is when we encounter something like this, we can't change the cards until we die. And if we die, it resets us back to the challenge. So it's a bad bug, a very bad bug. where the game is kind of removing your choice of 3 cards and making it a choice of 2 cards. Get Rext followed me. Get Rext, welcome back, dude. This time on Twitch. Thank you very much for the follow, dude. Thank you very much. How are you? How have you been doing? Do you have any questions about the new update on the test realm, Rext? Anything you might want to ask me about the Bane summoner I was playing? We don't have cheat NPCs, so we have to level up manually until they enable them. So I didn't level up much. I leveled up around level 16, 17 before I started streaming on the live realm. So I did start a sharpshooter summoner, and I can tell you, for a summoner build, if you wanna max out, you need preferably 33 points into Bane. Alternatively, you can save 5 of those and put it elsewhere and get only 28 points into Bane. But if you want to get the most out of summons, minion damage, summon procs, minion procs, things like that, special attacks for your minions and so on, you're probably gonna wanna have the 33 points or the 28 points into Bane. The 5 points difference comes from a passive, which is not minion related, but I still think is needed for a Bane centric setup to get more energy. Whether I think 60 points are enough, I think yes. I think it's doable with 60 points. I would prefer to have more, but I think 60 points would be okay. But again, I wanna get to 60. Have all the points in my build, have all the items that I need. And then tell you. So you're gonna have to wait probably 1 or 2 more days, because it's painful to do the story again. I mean, I finished Act 1 and did 1 or 2 quests from Act 2. But I still gotta do some more questing when I find time. When I'm not editing footage, recording footage or streaming. After my stream today, I'm probably gonna spend another 1-2 hours playing. But the thing is, I stop my streams, when I stop my streams it's already past midnight. But yeah, today I did spend some time playing on that realm, leveling that sharpshooter, and it was a fun experience. I was rushing the story as fast as I can. Believe me, I probably haven't completed Act 1 as fast as I completed it today. Even though I was stopping to chat with certain people every now and then and to post into the private Discord group the bugs I find. And believe me, there are many bugs, and I think that most likely they might need to postpone and delay this unless they've already fixed some of the bugs. And we're just playing another version on the test realm. Because one of the devs already confirmed some of the things that are bugged on my end are already fixed on their end. So we're probably playing a slightly older build than the devs on the test realm. But there are certain nice ways that things are gonna get handled. And each class would have one attack, relic attack skill, similar to, you're gonna have Frost Blast, Venomous Maw, the Sword Smash, all those old relic skills that are proccing Egg of Mayhem would be again the things that proc the Egg of Mayhem. There's gonna be just one relic skill that procs this item and other things that were procced from it before. And there would be only one skill that would proc Skittering Shoulders and things like that. I think I'm allowed to tell you certain things like this. So you're not gonna be able to proc the Skittering Shoulders that give you this effect, this circular effect. those shoulders with more than one skill, only one skill, and you're gonna be seeing here activate or cast and the name of the skill. There's gonna be a new technology that shows you the name of the skill. So if you're playing on a different hero, you're gonna be seeing a different name, but it's gonna be telling you exactly each skill you need to cast, so you don't have to wonder, oh, which skill is the relic, etc. Which skill is the relic active skill, which skill is the relic power. So you're not gonna have to worry about this. It's gonna just give you the exact name of the skill on the item tooltip. Are there any new weapon affixes based on the new relics? Yes. I think there will be. It was broken because it was giving me +1 to skill level. And I'm assuming skill level would change eventually to a new relic skill, probably. 'Cause again, that's, as I said, there's a lot of bugs, and I was seeing bugs happening, and I think there will be. I think there will be. I can't say for certain, but that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Again, I'm not sure. I can't tell you. But there were broken items that were giving me +1 to something that I couldn't tell what it is, and I opened my skill tree, and it wasn't giving me +1 to anything. So it's definitely broken, but I'm assuming if it's broken, it's probably a relic skill. Otherwise, I don't know, it shouldn't be saying that. But again, a lot of things are not working on the test realm and probably are getting fixed in the next few days. But the overall impression is that it's really fun. At least for the Bane. I've not tested the other ones, but the overall impression, leveling up a sharpshooter in the first few levels, first act. On the easiest difficulty, mind you. I didn't go for the hardest because I wanted to rush through the story. It felt fine and it felt fun. And it was definitely an interesting playstyle where I was relying more on the summons this time around for damage. And on Scout's Bones to poison the enemies so that I can proc my spiderlings by hitting poisoned enemies. That's kind of the playstyle I adopted. And if I was playing the mage, I wouldn't have a poison skill like Scout's Bones, and then I would really have to get poison chance weapons. And if you're getting unlucky with poison chance weapons or offhands, it might not be that pleasant if your hero doesn't already have that element as a skill. So, for example, who has poison? The mage has poison only with a legendary item. The Realm Master also has poison only with a legendary item. Forged has poison darts, so Forged doesn't need legendary items for Bane summoner builds. And the sharpshooter has Scout's Bones, so she also wouldn't need poison items, a chance to poison items for certain builds like that, and wouldn't need legendary items as well to get the poison on her skills. Although with Forged, it's gonna be interesting to make the Forged summoner build. Honestly, I think it would be fun as well. With Explodobots and maybe Goblin Hounds. Or at least one Goblin Hound. And then, yeah, the rest spiders would also be a viable option. I wouldn't recommend using it, but I think it would be a viable option. Have you checked any other relics? Not yet. I'm gonna be checking other relics probably tomorrow. Because again, there's no cheat NPCs yet, but they're gonna add those cheat NPCs soon. They just wanna get some feedback on the early content, probably on the early levels, whether it feels underpowered, overpowered, using a certain relic on a certain class, things like that. But I like the change. I enjoy the relics more than before, because I can start putting points into those skills at level 1, at level 2, let's say. With my first extra skill point, I can just go into those. I don't have to wait to like dim down to level 10 to unlock that system, the subclass system. I can go right off the bat with my first turn skill point and invest it into that type of skills, and focus more on the elemental aspect of the class and subclass rather than the general class skills if I want to. I do have one concern. I don't like that there's no ranged spiderlings, and I think the game would probably allow you to get more than 20 spiderlings, or close to 20 spiderlings, if you proc all of them. And I have a fear that I won't be able to get all of them to hit the same target. There might be some body blocking. So I would really love, as I was saying a week or 2 weeks ago, as I was saying that the Bane could use a random system where you have a 30 or 40% chance for a spiderling to be ranged when it spawns. You do have a ranged other ranged spiders, just not the little ones. The little ones so far seem to be always melee, and I would really love for them to add ranged spiderlings. Even if it's 10% chance or 20% chance for a spiderling to spawn ranged, it's gonna be better than 0. It's gonna be definitely better to have some ranged little spiders. Even if the ranged ones don't do as much damage as the small ones, it's still nice to have them attack from afar. Relic weapon passive, I think they're gonna rework this, but that's probably gonna apply to that one weapon, to that one relic skill. That's the current frost blast, the venomous maw, and all those things. Those that are distinctively attack, like frost blast, spinning blade, the Dag of Mayhem attacks. So I haven't tested it, but I think it's only gonna apply to the Egg of Mayhem skills, to the distinguished relic attacks. So when you're investing into the skill tree for relic active damage, I need to ask, but again, I've not invested. I didn't get enough skill points to get to there. I wanted to start investing into my regular class skills once I'm done with my relic skills, once I'm done with my army of spiders. I will check it though. I can check it eventually if they give us some respectacles or something. I didn't earn a lot of respectacles, but in the first few bosses I killed, I already had like 2-3. Then I stopped getting respectacles for a while, but I think they might have increased the drop rates of respectacles. Either this, or I might have gotten very lucky in my first few levels. Like I think by the half of Act 1 I already had 2 or 3 respectacles, which I like. I like that part, because new people are bound to make mistakes and not like something and wanna change it. And it's not overpowered to have respectacles early in the game. But one thing I can tell you is enchanting is level 60 only feature. You won't be able to enchant your items until level 60. Not sure how I feel about this. I would rather be able to unlock it after finishing Act 3 and unlocking the Fazir. I think it would be nice to start enchanting at that point. And I didn't get enchantment socket items, so they probably made it so only level 60 items drop with enchant sockets. Probably, I can't confirm because I've not As I said, I've only just completed Act 1 and a few quests, 2-3 quests of Act 2. So pretty much I've got a lot to do after my stream today.
Can't do that here.
There's a lot of broken things. I'm not gonna go into specifics what, but there's a lot of broken things, and thankfully we're finding them very quickly. I found on one of my skills I was using something broken, and another person found 2 broken things on another skill. And I like how they're chatting with us when we talk about that and taking the feedback quickly. But overall, I think it's much better. As I suspected, it's much better than I thought it would be. The only thing I forgot to check is whether we have more character slots. I really hope we have 20 character slots and not just 10. I forgot to check this. I might have to go ahead and check later to confirm. Because yeah, if we only have 10 character slots, people are not gonna be able to try all builds, all heroes with all relics. But if you have 20 character slots and let people make 20 different heroes, one for each relic for each class, I believe there's gonna be a certain number of people who would do it, who love making outs, leveling those up. And Shin, the cheat NPC is the NPC that levels you up. On the test server, there was that cheat NPC where you talk to it at level 2 after killing Yapper and reaching Travel Point. You talk to it and it boosts you to level 46 and completes the story for you. So yeah. There is this one NPC, but it's disabled now, so we can give them some early feedback about maybe the leveling experience and some of the other changes they've done. Let's see if I've missed some more messages. But yeah, the cheat NPC, I wish I could show you a video of that. You know what? I think I've got a video to show you. I'm gonna show you what happens when you talk to it. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna have to give you a link and a certain time so you can see what it does.
Your pet has arrived.
So it's basically an NPC that you talk to after. It's in the town in the dock. So let me share this. Start at this. I'm gonna send you on Steam. I'm gonna send you a message on Steam, Shin. So check that message. Wait, I don't see you on Steam. Okay, I'm gonna send you on Discord then, if you're online there. I sent you a video and it should start at the time where I'm actually talking to that NPC. So it's basically an NPC that boosts you to level 46 and completes Act 1, 2 and 3 for you. And this is only for the test servers. This NPC does not exist on the regular server. But the test servers are supposed to let people do some testing and do it with ease. And yeah, if you're helping them test certain new features on the test realm, it makes sense to be able to go to the end game quickly, to level up quickly. And Gando72, yes, there will be mod support for offline, for the offline mode of the game, not for the online mode. So there will be offline mode and mod support when the game launches. Do I like Vast Epoch? Yes. I do like Vast Epoch. I don't like the arena being endless in Vast Epoch, but I like Vast Epoch as a game, as a story, as a crafting system, as a skills system, as a passive trees. And there's a lot of things about Vast Epoch to like. Believe me, the game is worth it if we're talking about it. I don't like the FPS problems in Vast Epoch, and I don't like the endless arena. And the boring arena. It's not just endless, it's boring. But overall the game is fun, and I like the monolith, which also seems to be endless, which I don't like, but I like it as a system, how you can stack certain affixes and things like that. I don't like the leveling up speed in Vast Epoch. After level 70 it becomes boring and slow and not fun. And it feels like an MMO rather than an ARPG. But yeah, there are a lot of things in Vast Epoch to like. And I don't like that they deleted 2 out of my 3 hero with one of the updates. For unknown reasons, I'm not sure how 2 out of my 3 heroes disappeared. And just feels wrong losing your hero data. My shared stash was intact. My shared stash remained, and my third hero, the last one I created, the one that was the lowest level out of all 3 heroes I had, was removed and deleted. Was not removed. So my Beastmaster, or whatever it was called, that Primalist kind of thing, the Beastmaster got deleted, my Sorcerer got deleted, and only my Acolyte, my not Necro but the other class, the Reaper form class, remained. That was my biggest disappointment. Probably if I didn't lose my 2 other heroes, I might have played a little bit more of it. But I didn't feel like re-leveling 2 heroes all over again in Vast Epoch, and they didn't say anything about if there's a way to recover my lost data, so not much I can do about it if they don't resolve such problems. And it makes no sense for the game to ask me to log in but to not have cloud saves. And how did my local saves get deleted without me doing anything other than just updating the game? What did the game do to delete the save data of people? Which was local saves. And why do we need to log into the game on an account if the game doesn't use cloud saving? What's the point of logging in if you're not using cloud saving? I never had character data deleted in Torchlight that was not recovered after a deletion, unless it was like a wipe, which I mean makes sense. But yeah, there were cases in Torchlight Frontiers back in the day where something would go wrong and they would just roll back the character data on a server for a few minutes or an hour back or so, but never a case where data would be irreversibly lost. But with Vast Epoch, well, I don't know what happened, but it happened. But yeah, I can't wait for Vast Epoch to actually add legendary items, as they were promising, to add the bazaar system that they were promising, to add the new 2 classes that they still haven't added. Actually, they're adding 3 classes left. I think there's 3 classes total left to add in Vast Epoch from all the different masteries. It's a decent game, but still needs work, like any other early access game out there. That applies to both Vast Epoch and to Torchlight 3. Good, decent games, but they definitely need some more work and more time. Oh, and I don't like Vast Epoch not having proper borderless window. Like with Vast Epoch, I can see the bottom of my bar when I play in windowed because my window has a border. And if I play borderless windowed, then I see black bars on the side and I can't put my chat overlays there. So it makes no sense for them to handle ultra wide monitor playing regular white 16:9 resolution in a window, and the window having borders that you can't hide. And as a result of that, I can see like this. For example, if that was Vast Epoch, I wouldn't be able to see past the Z button. Everything below it would be lost, maybe even past even this circle. And that's a lot, because that's mostly where your skill bar is and stuff like that. And that happens not in Vast Epoch, it happens in every Unity engine game I have ever played so far. I'm not sure what's with Unity games and their broken borderless or regular windowed mode. But yeah, Unity games do have this problem. It's either gonna be borderless window that adds black bars on the left and right side of my game, or the borders which I can't hide. Whereas with this game and any other Unreal Engine game I've played, I'm playing in windowed right now, and I don't have any problems. I don't see any borders, I don't see any black bars. On my ultra wide monitor I can see the chat on the left and right hand side of my game monitor. I'm seeing my chat and events, and it works great in that way. For someone who doesn't have a big desk like me and only uses one monitor because my desk can't fit a second one, so even if I had a second monitor I wouldn't have a place to put it. So for people who stream like me, definitely the Unity engine is not the best. Pretty sure someone probably has figured it out, how to fix Unity engine windowed problems for ultrawide. But most people won't be like me and play it even with the broken aspect ratio or whatever it's called. Because I still played and streamed many Unity games on my channel, even with that broken bug, where I can't see the bottom of my game screen. and it's I know someone who is making a game on Unity. I might ask him sometimes to let me try if his game has the same problem and see if he can solve it for his game. If he can solve it for his game, the problem I've got with any Unity game I've tried, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna mean it's definitely solvable. see.
Is full.
Wait, let's run. I don't need to kill every monster here.
You can't cast that spell here.
Jacques. Let's kill Jacques. Or Zac. I'm not sure how SZ is supposed to be read. Let's say it's Zac. Sounds better when I say it with Z instead of J. Ah, move. Fuck. There we go. Come on. Killed it. New pet? No. Doesn't want to drop me the new pet. Takes a while to find the flying sparkling cow. Let's see. One boss fight now. I'm gonna do Kronk. Kronk with Netherwell and Plague Bearer. That's gonna be interesting. Right, let's move.
You can't cast that here.
Let's get Kronk in. What did he drop? Oh, more spectacles. See, getting so many of those. I'm pretty happy with the drop rates of spectacles, really. Even here on the live server, I get a lot of them. Previous boss dropped them, this one dropped them. So there's gonna be a lot of respecking with the new relic update, experimenting with certain builds, spending the points in a different way. Sometimes more relic skills, sometimes more regular skills. And since we've got so many relic skills to try, there's gonna be a lot of testing. Do I wanna go for more passives? Do I wanna go for less passives, more active? And even if you try to go for a full relic build, you're probably gonna... I don't think it's gonna work well, a full relic build. Unless you're going for basic attacks stuff. Because You know, you have 5 active skills. If you spend 50 points to level all 5 active skills, you only have 10 points left. So, and that's excluding passives. That's excluding passives. And you know, it's not gonna be good to have too many active relic skills because you have to manage your energy. And I still think it's gonna be great to for example, a Realm Master would need at least Hammer Spin and maybe Blasting Charge. And probably 6 points Lantern Flash. I can see myself playing a Realm Master with 10 points Hammer Spin, or maybe let's say 8-point Hammer Spin, 4 points Blasting Charge, 4 points Lantern Flash, and plus 2 Slammer levels. I can see myself playing that, so that's 16 points. And then the other 44 points you can spend into just the relic, and it could be okay. I think the Ice Relic, the Blood Drinker, the Flaming Destroyer, and the Electrode would be great for such a build. If you're going for summoners, you probably want Flying Picks, so that's gonna require 8 more points here. And that still leaves you with 36 points for the relic. And for a summoner build, 36 points in the relic is enough. As I said, 33 or 28 is what I need on a summoner build. So with the flying pick setup, I can see that happening as well. That means if I go for 28 points relic, I can put 6 points into Torque's Wing for more crits, or 6 points into Pound for more damage for the flying picks. Boost them with minion damage, get some spiders, and get this for the passive, get this for the passive. I mean, there's ways to do it. In fact, I just figured out the build. 8 points, 4 points, 4 points, 8 points, 4 points, 4 points. What's that? Let me, I'm bad with maths by heart, so let's do it. 8 plus 8. Is it 24? 8 here, and the others are 4. Yeah. I think 24 points, and since I said I need 33 in the relic, or 28, that's still gonna be a great setup.
I did not see that coming. Ah, look at that.
Alright, do you want me to play a different hero now? Let's do a little bit of spin to win, maybe. With the tough blazing modifier. So if I take those 24 points I just theorized and then add 28 points into the relic, I'm still gonna have 8 points, which I can probably spend into Realm Master cooldowns, 4 points, and then maybe get something else, like 4 points into Relic recharge rate instead of 5, and it's still gonna be okay. Instead of 25% getting 20% Relic recharge rate. And the Flying Pigs build would be doable. With just 24 points into Slammer and 4 points into Conductor. So 60 points seems enough, but of course I would always love to have a little bit more skill points than 60. Was this the broken one? Let's see. Or maybe I did my math wrong. I might have missed certain things, but in any case, I think the build would be fine. I might have missed 8 points there in my calculation. But if I've missed 8 points, I can easily get them by removing the cooldown points from Conductor. The thing that would be the weirdest to do as a summoner build would be this class. This class as a summoner build would be probably the weirdest one with the exploder bots. Because you only have the 6 exploder bots, and apart from that you can probably get 2 goblin hounds. You can get the bone walker bone raiser as well. Oh, I don't have potions, great.
You're badly hurt.
Need to go buy potions.
You look ill. Can I offer you a drink? Oh, is that all?
Let's try again now that I've got potions. And X off, if you're still there, keep in mind the builds you're seeing on my site, some of them are still updated to the current state of the game, but in 2 weeks time, if we get the relic update, every single build for Torchlight there would require a rework, and I would be getting those reworks done very soon. One by one, build by build, I will be reworking them, in theory, and eventually as videos. And I would be making a lot of new builds with the relic rework, but yeah, those builds out there would probably be good for another 2 weeks until the relic update, unless they delay it a little. Some of the older ones, like my 2 summoner builds for example, on the videos are using skills that no longer exist, like the venomous mouse spider spam skill as a projectile. So for my summoner builds right now I recommend playing Electrode. Electrode with a setup like 0 points here for summoner builds, and 20 points here, 20 points here, 10 points here for summoner Electrode builds, where your summons are proccing a lot of lightning strikes and a lot of shock bolts. This is currently what I like using on those summoner setups for the sharpshooter or the mage. Oh no, don't die. The problem with the Electrode right now is it's making the game much more laggy, and if you play multiplayer you might have a bad time, either you or your teammates. Someone's gonna have a bad time.
Use that skill.
How am I doing? 26 out of 60. Still haven't gotten the jar of teeth. Interesting. Killed so many. 26 skeleton kills. Not a single jar. At least it's just one jar that I need to get. Until they fix those to drop more often. Okay, got it. Wow, it dropped so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within this little group of enemies.
That spell can't be cast.
Alright, we can go and do the boss now.
Your pet has returned. You can't cast that spell here.
Let's see.
You can't cast that.
Birthing Canyon. We're in the Birthing Canyon and we're fighting Sylvia Rouser. And if you say Sylvia Rouser quickly, you can see what's weird about her name. She's definitely got that lewd name.
You can't use that skill.
Very arousing name. Sylvia Rouser. No, move, 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 Forged, move. Fucking Forged didn't wanna move.
Wanna try again?
Really, Forged? Why did you fail so badly, Forged? Alright, let's try again.
Oh, are you sure? You
Let's do this one. Lightning spiders. Now let's try and get the spiders quickly. Wow, did I really use 12 potions in my previous map? From 20 when I went in to 8. spiders there. 3 here. Give me more spiders, come on.
Your pet has fled. You're close to dying.
This overpowered blazing, it's not fun at all. No, no. Okay. Uh, 19 out of 30 spiders. Come on, game, give me more spiders. Okay, there's some here. I can go for the boss now. And Ark Tsume, welcome to my channel, Ark Tsume. Welcome to the Struck Club. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Nice having you here, dude. If you got any questions, feel free to ask them. Let's do that, boss. Oh, the go bug. I really gotta be careful. This boss can one-shot me if I let him hit me before I get my damage reduction. I didn't get the damage reduction. Alright, we got it, we got it.
You are overloaded.
Okay, Travel Passage, back to the fort. Well, what have we here?
If you think you can take it,
Damage enhanced, mega packs or double HP. It's not making it an easy choice, but let's go for double HP. Wait, don't I have any decent one-handed weapons I can use in my warehouse? Like, this one probably might end up being better. Let's try and enchant it if I've got money. This one's already better. This one was my 666 damage weapon. Keeping it for memes, but it's gonna be lost soon after the wipe. This can be good. This can be amazing for forged. Oh, this one. Chance to shock. Right, let's see which one will be my Wookiee weapon. Okay, let's try 2 more times. Unlucky. I'm trying to get fat damage. Fat damage is what I was aiming for. So right now the question is, do I want to use this one? And I'm probably gonna use this one because chance to shock. Ideally on this one I can add 2 times flat damage and 40 something chance to burn with this 20 something chance to burn, and chance to shock would be perfect for me. I need both chance to burn and chance to shock, because if they're not burning, they're not taking 50% more damage. If they're not shocked, they're not proccing the thunder strikes. Oh, and one thing I found out on my Bane Summoner build on the test server, on the sharpshooter, is shock bolts. If you have if you've already poisoned the enemies and you've got shock bolts, the shock bolts hitting the poisoned enemy would be triggering a spiderling spawn. So it might be fun to stack chance to poison and chance to shock and shock bolts on a Bane Summoner build. It might be really fun and really nice to do it. So you can max out the spiderling summoning potential. My headset needs a recharge, so after this relic activation I'm gonna go and grab the cable. Okay, let me quickly grab my headset recharging cable. Just need a moment. What's attacking me? It's attacking the pet. Okay, I just need to mute myself for a second.
Your health is low.
Have no worries.
Fuck!
Death is not the end.
I forgot it's a blazing map.
Throw yourself
I
against
forgot it's a blazing map. And this is why I want pausing in the game. I want to be able, when I'm playing solo, to press escape or open my inventory and pause the game, even in the online mode. Even if I'm in the online mode when I'm solo, it would be nice to be able to pause it. But yeah, I was kind of plugging the cable in my headset. Let's do this one now. If this wasn't a blazing map, this enemy wouldn't have killed me before I could move my hero. No, 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 don't.
All is not lost.
Fucking overpowered poison fields.
Let's not focus on that.
The poison pools have always been OP, even in Torchlight Frontiers. They looked a little different, but they still drained your HP in under a second if you don't move.
You're up to the challenge? Nicely.
I really hope that with the next patch they rebalance some of the map affixes and monster affixes. Because the Fazir dungeon just ends up being you stuck in the mud and not moving. Unless you're playing something super slow and super safe, like a Realm Master, tanky Realm Master build and just taking your time, kiting like crazy. Or a trained Realm Master, but that risks you getting disconnected if you're doing Electrode trained Realm Master. I would have been playing the Electrode trained Realm Master if it wasn't a boosted hero that hasn't completed the story. See, now I actually see the poison field and can avoid it.
Can't do that.
That's what I wanted, the spiders to follow me, but the others to not. No, not this button.
Can't cast that here. Your health is low.
Boss fight. If it lets me enter, there we go. Which boss did we get? Bitey. Chew on this Bitey. Here's some vortex bombs. Those gauntlets with 10% extra vortex bomb cooldown really feel nice on bosses.
You can't cast that.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Right now it's 27 minutes past midnight, so this is when I'm just gonna say enough for today. I wanna go and play on the test realm and level up that new relic hero. So thanks everyone for watching. Keep it cool. Until next time, struck up and goodbye from me.